In the modern world, wars aren't fought only with weapons. They're launched through code, from unseen keyboards across the globe. Cyber attacks have evolved into powerful tools capable of shutting down hospitals, poisoning water supplies, and disrupting entire economies. Their greatest danger lies in their secrecy, where attackers remain hidden and accountability is blurred. From state-backed cyber warfare to criminal ransomware, these attacks have crossed into the physical world, forcing governments to rethink what national security means in an increasingly connected age. Number 9. Estonia's cyber siege, 2007. In 2007, the Baltic nation of Estonia became the first country to experience what many experts consider a full-scale cyber assault on a sovereign state. The trigger was political, not technical. When Estonian authorities decided to relocate a Soviet-era war memorial, the Bronze Soldier of Tallinn, public tensions flared, particularly among the Russian-speaking population. Soon after, Estonia's digital infrastructure was overwhelmed by massive distributed denial-of-service attacks. Government websites, banks, news outlets, and emergency services were knocked offline. For a country that had aggressively digitized public services, the impact was immediate and severe. Banking transactions failed, media channels went dark, and communication networks collapsed. Although definitive proof was elusive at the time, later disclosures suggested coordination linked to Russia, making Estonia a landmark case in cyber warfare history. The incident reshaped NATO thinking and pushed cybersecurity to the center of geopolitical defense planning. Number 8. The Ukraine power grid attack, 2015. In December 2015, cyber conflict crossed a dangerous threshold. Parts of Ukraine experienced power outages after hackers successfully breached electricity distribution systems. This was the first publicly confirmed cyber attack to disable a national power grid. Attackers gained access months earlier using phishing emails and malicious software. When the strike was activated, substations were remotely shut down, backup systems were sabotaged, and call centers were flooded to prevent customers from reporting outages. Roughly 200,000 people lost electricity in freezing winter conditions. The attack was later attributed to Sandworm, a hacking unit linked to GRU, demonstrating how cyber operations could directly impact civilian life. It marked a turning point. Cyber attacks were no longer theoretical risks, but tools capable of physical disruption. Number 7. The NotPetya malware outbreak, 2017. 2 years later, Ukraine was hit again, this time with devastating global consequences. NotPetya appeared to be ransomware, but it was something far more destructive. Once unleashed, it spread uncontrollably through corporate networks, permanently destroying data rather than holding it hostage. The infection began through compromised updates to ME.Doc, widely used Ukrainian tax software. From there, NotPetya rapidly propagated using stolen Windows exploits. Although Ukraine was the primary target, multinational companies around the world suffered catastrophic losses. Major corporations, shipping giants, pharmaceutical firms, and logistics networks were crippled. Global damages exceeded $1 billion. Investigators concluded the attack was politically motivated, not financially driven, reinforcing concerns about cyber tools being used as strategic weapons. Number 6. The WannaCry ransomware crisis, 2017. Just weeks before NotPetya, another cyber attack sent shockwaves across the globe. WannaCry exploited a vulnerability in Microsoft Windows using Eternal Blue, a leaked intelligence-grade exploit. Once inside a network, it encrypted files and demanded payment in Bitcoin. The scale was unprecedented. Over 200,000 computers across more than 150 countries were infected. In the United Kingdom, National Health Service was hit particularly hard. Hospitals canceled surgeries, ambulances were diverted, and diagnostic equipment became unusable. While a kill switch eventually slowed the spread, the damage was already done. WannaCry exposed the risks of outdated systems and delayed patching, especially in critical public services. The attack was later linked to the Lazarus Group, associated with North Korea. Number 5. The SolarWinds supply chain breach, 2020. In 2020, cybersecurity experts uncovered one of the most sophisticated espionage campaigns ever detected. Attackers compromised updates to SolarWinds Orion software, widely used by corporations and government agencies. By inserting malicious code into legitimate updates, hackers gained access to thousands of organizations. For up to 14 months, attackers quietly monitored internal communications, emails, and sensitive systems. Victims included multiple U.S. federal agencies and major technology firms. The breach was not designed for destruction, but for intelligence gathering at scale. The operation was attributed to a Russian state-backed group, highlighting the vulnerability of software supply chains. Trust, normally assumed in routine updates, became a new attack surface. Number 4. Florida Water Treatment Facility Intrusion 2021. Cyber threats are not limited to data and money. In 2021, hackers gained access to a water treatment facility in Oldsmar, Florida, and attempted to dangerously increase sodium hydroxide levels in the drinking water. The intrusion succeeded because of outdated systems and poor security practices, including an unsupported operating system and remote access without proper safeguards. Fortunately, an operator noticed the changes in real time and reversed them before harm occurred. The incident was a chilling reminder that cyber attacks can threaten public health directly, especially when critical infrastructure relies on legacy technology. Number 3. The Colonial Pipeline ransomware attack 2021. In May 2021, a single compromised password led to one of the most disruptive cyber incidents in U.S. history. Colonial Pipeline, which supplies nearly half of the East Coast's fuel, shut down operations after a ransomware attack. Fuel shortages followed, prices spiked, and panic buying spread across multiple states. To restore operations quickly, the company paid a $4.4 million ransom to the DarkSide ransomware group. The attack exposed how dependent modern economies are on digital systems and how cybercrime can ripple into physical supply chains within hours. Number 2. The Kaseya Supply Chain Attack 2021. Only weeks after the Colonial Pipeline incident, another attack revealed just how dangerous supply chain compromises can be. In July 2021, Kaseya, an IT management software provider, was targeted by a ransomware gang that exploited its update system. Instead of attacking individual companies directly, the hackers pushed malicious updates through Kaseya's software, which was widely used by managed service providers. This allowed the ransomware to spread rapidly to hundreds of downstream businesses across multiple countries. Small companies, schools, retailers, and local governments suddenly found their systems locked, even though they had never interacted with the attackers themselves. While the total number of victims was lower than in the SolarWinds breach, the lesson was clear: service providers are high-value targets. A single successful breach can cascade through entire digital ecosystems, turning trusted software updates into powerful weapons. Number 1. RockU 2021. The Password Mega Leak 2021. In mid-2021, the cybersecurity world was shaken by the appearance of a massive password dump known as RockU 2021. The dataset, shared on hacker forums, claimed to contain tens of billions of passwords. Later analysis revealed the real number to be around 8.4 billion, still an astonishing figure. Unlike many breaches, RockU 2021 was not the result of a new hack. Instead, it was a gigantic compilation of passwords leaked over many years from previous breaches. Despite this, its impact was enormous. The collection made it far easier for attackers to carry out credential stuffing attacks, where stolen passwords are automatically tested across thousands of websites. The leak exposed a harsh truth about internet security: password reuse is still rampant. Billions of people continue to rely on weak or repeated credentials, turning old breaches into ongoing threats. RockU 2021 didn't introduce a new vulnerability, it revealed how badly an old one is still being ignored. Cyber attacks don't just live in headlines, they shape how nations operate, how businesses survive, and how safe our everyday systems really are. If this video helped you see the digital battlefield more clearly, you're going to enjoy what's coming next. For more deep dives into the stories that quietly shape our world, like and subscribe so you don't miss the next one.